have to share something that happened last night. It truly caught me off guard in the most unexpected way. It wasn't something I had planned or even imagined would happen, but somehow it unfolded so naturally, as if the universe decided it was time for certain truths to come to light. Someone approached me and began asking questions about us, about our relationship, about the bond we share, about what really exists between the two of us beyond the surface. They were genuinely curious, not in a judgmental way, but in that deeply inquisitive way that makes you think about everything you feel and believe. At first, I was hesitant. I didn't know how much to say or whether it was even my place to open up about something so personal and precious. But as their questions continued, I realized that every word I spoke about you came from a place of pure honesty. They asked how I felt about you, what it was that made our connection so strong, and before I knew it, my heart was speaking louder than my thoughts. I told them about us, about how our bond feels like something that exists beyond logic or explanation, something that simply is. They wanted to know everything, what makes me care about you so deeply, what I see in you that no one else could possibly understand. Their curiosity was relentless but sincere, and I couldn't hold back. I spoke about how you bring peace to my chaos and how your presence, even in silence, fills spaces words could never touch. I explained how I love the way you understand without needing to be told, how you listen with your heart and not just your ears, and how being around you makes the world feel softer, safer, and somehow more complete. But it wasn't just about me. They wanted to know about you too, how you might feel about me, what your heart says when we're together, what you see in me that keeps this connection alive. I didn't pretend to know every thought in your mind, but I told them that I've felt your love in every little thing you do, in the quiet ways you care, in the way your eyes speak when words fall short. They kept asking, their questions coming one after another, and though it was intense, it also felt freeing. It was like standing in the middle of a storm but realizing the rain was washing away the fear and doubt we sometimes keep hidden. Through it all, I didn't keep anything from you. I wanted to be transparent, to let you know exactly what was said, what was asked, and how I responded. It wasn't easy, but somehow the conversation brought clarity. It reminded me of how deep our love runs, how it stands firm even when we're under pressure. I'm sharing this with you because I believe moments like these reveal the strength of what we have. Even when we're faced with uncomfortable truths or unexpected questions, our love remains unshaken. We are in this together, and that's something I hold on to with all my heart. But there's more to the story, baby, something important that changed everything last night. The conversation took a turn, and suddenly I found myself in a moment of complete honesty, one I couldn't back away from. It was as if a light had been switched on in a room that had long been dim, and for the first time everything was illuminated. When they looked at me and asked, "Are you just friends?" my heart skipped a beat. For a brief moment, time seemed to pause, and I realized that this was it, the moment of truth. I took a breath and said, "No, we're more than just friends." The words slipped out effortlessly, like they had been waiting for the right moment to be spoken. As soon as I said them, I felt something lift off my chest, a weight I didn't even know I had been carrying. It was as though the air around me changed, lighter and clearer. For the first time, I had said out loud what we both already knew deep down. It was real. It was out there. Our truth was no longer hidden behind hesitation or uncertainty. The atmosphere shifted completely. It felt as though the universe itself had acknowledged what we've always known, that what we share is something rare and beautiful. It wasn't about labels or definitions, it was about recognition. They didn't stop there, of course. Their curiosity only grew. "What do you mean by more than friends?" they asked. "Are you dating? Are you in a relationship, or is it something else?" I paused for a moment, not because I was unsure, but because I wanted to choose words that truly reflected what we are. Then I said, it's a connection that goes beyond friendship, something that doesn't need to fit neatly into a box. We share a bond that can't be described by ordinary terms. It's deeper than that, it's a love that exists in the spaces between words. I told them that with you, there's a sense of understanding that doesn't need to be spoken, a warmth that lingers even in silence. I wanted you to know about this, because now our truth is out there in the open. There's no going back, and honestly, I don't want to. No matter what anyone thinks or says, our bond will always remain strong. We share something truly special, a connection that feels like fire and peace at the same time. When they asked why we had kept it hidden for so long, I hesitated, but I knew I had to be honest. I admitted that I had been afraid of judgment, afraid of what people might think, afraid of how fragile love can sometimes seem when it's exposed to the world. It wasn't easy to say those words out loud. Fear has a way of making you feel small, of convincing you that love is safer in the shadows. But as I spoke, I realized something profound: love that is real doesn't deserve to be hidden. Love like ours, pure, honest, and unwavering, is meant to be seen. It's meant to shine. I told them that I had finally understood that no amount of judgment or misunderstanding could ever diminish what we share. Our love is too precious, too rare, and too genuine to be concealed behind uncertainty. When they asked about our future, I couldn't help but smile. It was the first time that night I felt completely at peace. I told them that I see nothing but love, trust, and happiness ahead of us. That we're committed not only to each other but to growing together, to nurturing what we have and protecting it from anything that might try to shake it. I said that we are each other's biggest supporters, that we lift each other up when the world feels heavy, and that our bond is built on mutual respect and deep understanding. I also told them that our love isn't just something between two people, it's something that radiates outward, touching those around us. People see it in the way we look at each other, in the way we speak, in the way we bring calm and comfort to each other's lives. That kind of connection is rare, and I'm endlessly grateful for it. Now, with everything out in the open, I feel a sense of freedom I hadn't realized I was missing. The secrecy has lifted, and our love can finally breathe. There's something beautiful about being able to stand in the light together, without fear or hesitation. We no longer need to hide what makes us happy. We can be unapologetically us. As we move forward, hand in hand, I know that our love will only deepen. Every challenge, every conversation, every shared moment will add another layer to what we already have. Life isn't always easy, but having you beside me makes every difficulty worth facing. You've become my safe place, my peace, my home in a world that's often uncertain. You are beautiful, truly beautiful. And I don't mean that in a simple, surface-level way. It's a fact, not an opinion. Your beauty has depth, it's something that grows stronger with time. You have an ageless grace that only becomes more radiant as the years go by. There's something timeless about the way you carry yourself, elegant, confident, and effortlessly captivating. What I love most is that you are authentically you. You don't try to imitate others or chase fleeting trends. You have your own rhythm, your own style, your own presence that draws people in without you even trying. You embrace who you are, every flaw, every strength, every imperfection, and that's what makes you truly mesmerizing. You choose comfort over conformity, peace over pretense, and authenticity over approval. That's something rare in this world, and it's one of the countless reasons I love you. I think about the moments we've shared, the laughter, the late-night conversations, the quiet times when words aren't needed. Those moments have built something unshakable between us. Even when we've faced uncertainty or fear, love has always found its way back to us. That's how I know that what we share isn't ordinary, it's extraordinary. Last night may have been filled with unexpected questions, but in a way, I'm grateful for them. They gave me the chance to speak our truth aloud, to acknowledge openly what has always been real in my heart. It made me realize that honesty, even when uncomfortable, brings us closer. We no longer have to hide behind hesitation or fear of what others might think. What matters most is what we know to be true, that we love each other deeply, purely, and without conditions. Our love is not about perfection, it's about connection. It's about finding someone who understands your silences as much as your words, someone who sees your soul and chooses to stay. That's what you are to me. You are the calm after the storm, the laughter after tears, the hope that never fades. So yes, the world now knows what we've always known. And I don't regret a single word I said. Because if love is meant to be honest, if it's meant to be seen and shared, then I want ours to shine as brightly as it can. We have nothing to hide anymore. Our hearts are open, our truth is out, and our story continues, stronger than ever. Every time I think about you, I feel grateful. Grateful that in this vast world, our paths crossed. Grateful that you chose me, that we chose each other. Life will keep changing, as it always does, but one thing will remain constant, the love that ties us together. It's the kind of love that grows quietly, steadily, without needing to prove itself to anyone. It's patient, kind, and real. So as we step into what's next, whatever that may be, I know our bond will only continue to evolve, to deepen, and to inspire. We are no longer hidden, no longer uncertain. We stand in the light, side by side, hearts aligned. And as I think about the future, I can see it so clearly, filled with laughter, with trust, with moments that remind us why we fell in love in the first place. You are my heart's quiet song, my constant reminder of what love truly means. And as I write this, I want you to know that no matter where life takes us, I'll always choose you. I'll always stand by you. Because what we share is more than just love, it's a connection that transcends time, distance, and circumstance. Our story isn't one that needs to be hidden in the dark anymore. It deserves the sunlight, the laughter, the celebration. And I promise you this, as we walk forward, I'll keep choosing honesty, love, and you every single day. You are my forever, my peace, and my greatest truth.